there, Pisces. This is a love reading for you where the person most on your mind will have their true thoughts and feelings revealed. By me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We will also look into what they would want to tell you if they had the guts or respect to tell you the truth. With my new deck, the Brutally Honest Oracle cards. And in the end of this video, you will get a sneak peek of a members only Q&A video if you stick around. So, this reading will be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And for Pisces, this will be a reading about what the person most on your mind are feeling for you and where their thoughts are at when it comes to you. It can often be a conflict between head and heart, and this will be revealed here together with the most likely action they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. I will also reveal what they would tell you if they dared to tell you the truth to your face. For a cross watcher though, this reading will most likely be about where the Pisces person thoughts and feelings are at. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And I usually read for the empath's side of the story. Also remember that the other person holds your shadow that you mirror to the world so you can be able to see it. In the end, you need to use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this general reading for you. And I will use the ANIMA MUNDI tarot for the reading. And I will use the Brutally Honest Oracle cards for the Oracle deck section. So it's my own cards, and you can buy them through the link in the description box. So when I open your deck here, I see the Page of Wands together with the Page of Swords. Okay, so this looks like a twin flame situation where we have two people that has traveled far and long together. Maybe one was up in heaven when the other was on earth and vice versa. But now you're almost like each other's lost soul part, and you need to integrate the things that the other part of you has been able to learn on their journeys here on earth. So Page of Wands is a social creature that are a spiritual adventurer and always follow kind of divine shenanigans. So they are always filled with kind of the Holy Spirit. And the Page of Swords, it's a little bit other story, because this person might have lost their hope a little bit, and they have become almost orphaned in their sense while going through their lifetimes on earth. So they have lost hope, while this person probably still has hope. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the Wheel of Fortune together with the Page of Swords. So it shows it's some kind of karma that wants to come again. So the orphaned person is going to feel even more orphaned and need to do something about it, probably becoming their own grown-up, becoming their own parent. And they're also going through this butterfly state with this transformation. So it's almost like die before you die. They have died many times on earth, and they still doesn't know that they will live forever. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have the Devil with the Wheel of Fortune. So it just shows a lot of karma, and that this person might also, despite you being like a lost soul part, they might have dropped other parts of themselves while living through different traumatic experience on Earth, and maybe even on other planets and places and dimensions. So this person is very troubled by something like a trauma that they haven't been able to solve. They haven't been able to heal from this trauma, so they are reliving it and maybe being a tiny bit self-destructive. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have the 3 of Cups together with the Wheel of Fortune. So the good news is that Love is here to heal. So the people that have lost hope, there's always someone here loving them and giving them hope back if they just dare to follow this. The unfortunate for the person that has hope is that they are more resilient and they will more likely be a victim to different traumatic situations in this lifetime. For example, a three-party relationship. So if we have a person here that have they are kind of lost to time, like a lost astronaut, God send them out to a journey through space and to learn a lot of things. But on one of these planets where they journeyed to, they kind of got stuck, almost like a ghost, and they have lost connection with the divine. They kind of plugged out the connection. They said, oh, I have lost all hope. I will never come home again. You have deserted me. You have abandoned me. And now the divine is sending a lot of troopers to kind of reconnect this person with the divine and with the grid of love. And for the people involved, it can feel like a third party relationship, but it's really a rescue mission, kind of. Okay, so interesting. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today. Octopus and I don't know the name of this, späckhuggare in Sweden, if someone is interested. I actually heard this in English like a week ago. Killer whale, maybe. So octopus and killer whale, and the hermit and someone that loves. Okay, so they have great love for you, but they're acting like a hermit crab or like octopus, staying in the deep waters, not showing themselves to mankind. So I want my dear Pisces to have creative success and to be able to walk on their highest path towards their highest destiny. Okay, so it's done there. So I will just tune in to the person most on your mind and what they are thinking of you. What are they thinking about you and your relationship? Also, what kind of feelings they have in their heart and in their body when it comes to you. And the most likely actions as well. And then with the brutally honest oracle card, we will determine what it is that they would tell you if they were able to tell you the real truth. So this will be their most likely action that they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. And this is their feelings towards you, the love that they have for you. And this is what's on their mind. And it seems like love is on their mind. We saw the King of Cups. It has come in this position for Aquarius. And I think it came in this position for Leo. So love is here. Love is truly here. It's just maybe it's not being able to be expressed due to a person's different experiences. But this is the highest card for love in the minor arcana. So it's this long-lasting, forever kind of love. It doesn't go away just because we want it to. And this is the feelings part. So the person knows that they love you. They also know that they want to kind of hide away from you and that might need time on their own. But from a divine point of view, they have had a lot of time on their own. You know, they might have been lost already. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I hear a song. I lost you in the Crusades, but I'm hearing Ice Age. So maybe you lost them in the Ice Age. Lost in Ice Age. It's the song Past Life. I will put it in the description box for you. I really hope I remember. In other case, you will have to remind me, because these songs are like mini readings. So they kind of tell you, in this case, I think a little bit of the backstory. So they have been lost for a long time, but they wish to be, prolonged and being lost because they feel safe here, in the depths of despair, all alone. And this is their most likely actions. And we have Eight of Cups. It kind of reminds me of this energy here. So they don't have real plans to come out of their feeling sorry for myself, all hope is gone stage. But the Eight of Cups is a karmic card, as is the Wheel of Fortune. So it just shows that this person will have to stay in the same loop until they are able to make another decision that will be more healthy for them, and that will cause them to evolve past their fears and their pain and their hurt. Okay, so this is what's on their mind. And we have a Four of Cups. It came in the same position for Aquarius and the person that they were thinking about. And the Four of Cups here, it shows a person that have learned to survive. As I told you, they were kind of orphanaged. They were probably like this ascended master, or like really celebrated, like spiritual astronaut, being sent, being born into different bodies in different places of the universe. But then something happened that made them lose this. They had this shine around them, like they were really proud of themselves, and they were really sure that this would be easy, and they would do this with flying colors. And so it's almost like the story in the Bible with the son that got his father's inheritance. Before his father died, he got a part of his inheritance, and he went out in the world and he spent it all, he lost it all. And I'm thinking this is what has happened to this person. He had so much when he came out to the world, but then he lost it all, and now he just feels lost. He feels like all hope is gone. Something happened. He lost his mojo, or she lost his mojo. It can be a she as well. And they got lost like in the tides of time. But the divine wants to reconnect, because what this person has experienced here on their journey, that was valuable. It was not their confidence, or I will fix this planet, or I will go here and make peace on earth, or whatever was there. That wasn't the point. The point was to, rough it up, to make mistakes, to lose it all, to fall on your face, because this gives the most valuable knowledge and the most valuable wisdom to stay on top and to win game after game. It doesn't teach you anything. It just strokes your ego. But so this person doesn't realize this. They think that they are a failure, and they also feel like the divine is a failure because they allowed them to lose everything. They allowed them to become this hermit crab. Okay, and then we have justice. Okay, so they're a little bit vindictive as well. Some of the Pisces might be dealing with a Leo, but this Leo energy is just a representative both for the divine in their mind, which is their competitor, or almost they are the ones that put them here. Okay, even if they knew better, they knew that this person would fail, and yet they put them here, and they have been lost now for, I don't know, 12 or 1,000 years, or 100,000 years, or 1 million years. But the divine has a person here on earth, probably you Pisces, which is also represented by the Leo, courage, a person with courage and hope, the Page of Wands energy that we saw in the beginning. And here we have the sword of the orphan. And this person is trying to lure this orphaned Page of Swords back. And it's like a challenge, but I'm feeling this Page of Swords is angry and vindictive and vengeful. No, God damn it, I will not fall for your tricks and, find hope again and believe again. I'm only going to lose it all, and you're going to fool me. But this is it's like the divine and you and the whole world is kind of waiting for this person to come back with their knowledge. But unfortunately, they are hiding here, in the bottom of the ocean, in like a little hermit crab. So the wait can be long. But this is the doorway. It's the gateway home. it's the necessary path that they need to take. They need to stop feeling sorry for themselves. They need to realize that, okay, I learned a lot of stuff. And justice is the card where everything balances out after the lap we have been in, and we come to a new stage of awareness. So this is what everyone is waiting for here. And this little crab there probably knows it and still refuse it. And so they kind of want to hold on to their belief that other people are like wrong and they are right, and they would want to kind of to be rescued, but they need to be rescued against their will, like a kid that closes the door to their bedroom and refuses to come out to dinner because the parents did something. And the parents kind of laugh a little bit and say, but aren't you supposed to eat? We have done your favorite meal. And the kid says, no, I'm going to stay here forever. And it's very cute, but in the same time, it's very real for this individual here. And they have so much more capacity. This individual is filled with capacity and knowledge. It's just that they don't use it. They just use it to stay in refusal, or being stubborn, or saying no, or refusing to take part of life, or the things that they need. Even they say, everything I need, I have it in myself. I don't need anything from you. I am enough for myself. So this person acts like they don't have needs, and if they have needs, they can take care of them themselves. So a little bit like a little child acting here. And here we have the Queen of Wands. So I don't know why you come to as fire here, Pisces, but it seems like you do. Either you are the lost person, or you are the person sent by God to lure this little hermit crab out of their shell. And so it's patience. I'm seeing patience, but also a little bit like tad impatience here. You can see they're in this relaxed position, but they're kind of ready to make a move whenever the time is right, whenever this person gives the cue that, oh, okay, so maybe maybe I can come out and play anyway, or we can do this important stuff that you have been nagging me about. So this energy is just waiting here with all the resources available for this person to come home. Not having to be this lost astronaut anymore, and not having to hide inside this crab, this shell. And here we have the Star card. So it's you being backed up with the divine and all your resources for strength and wisdom and spiritual know-how. For some reason, without me telling you this, you already knew it all. You have felt it already, and you have been frustrated knowing that you were here to help this person and kind of save them, but they are refusing to be saved. So but this energy is so strong, like your mission is so strong. It's kind of pushing you to just stick around waiting, even if you're a tad impatient and wonder why you should waste time on this. But it's really like a spiritual mission. And this person knows it too. That's the fun part of it all. And still they are refusing. And they love you, to eternity. And you're a part of their everything. So I'm puzzled too. But it has to do with this old trauma, losing the inheritance, losing their, they had such a splendor. Maybe they were gods, living for 10,000 or 100,000 years, and then being born as an ordinary human due to some trauma, and having to live through all that, and losing this exterior that they had that made them feel important. Now they don't feel important. They just feel lost, and this idea, I can take care of myself. And yes, they can take care of themselves, but what's the fun in that? Okay, We were here to share knowledge. So they're just sitting on their knowledge and not sharing it with you. If they would tell you of their pain, you would learn, the universe would learn. But when they're keeping everything to themselves, it's like they have a treasure there with their trauma, the things that they learned. That could become like pages in the book of wisdom, in the Akashic record for everyone. But they're just holding on to it. No, I'm not going to share. I'm not going to tell. And the divine and you are patiently waiting. And this is their feelings, and it more comes as thoughts here, but it's the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords here, it's like they're not going to yield. I'm feeling like their heart is really empty. Maybe there has been some kind of war. I'm seeing like medieval castles and, swords and armors, things like this. And in the song, they actually says, I lost you in the Crusades. So maybe I lost them more than once. I'm thinking you lost them in the end of the Ice Age is what I'm seeing. And also again, you found each other again and you lost them again in the Crusades. So there has been more than one trauma here. And so they were lost here. I'm trying to see what happened. It's hurting me to look at this. I won't look at this too much. I'm just seeing a person and like a dying horse, and I can't deal with this with animals sacrificing themselves for humans. It's I will start crying. So, but you can get the image really quick that something happened here where this person was really heroic, but they also saw that all was lost. They had again gone on a mission from the divine, which wasn't probably really a mission from the divine in that sense. It was probably a mission from some king wanted, more of what this person once had, being this ultimate being, and someone wanted exactly that and send a lot of people on crusades. And they killed a lot of innocent in those countries, and then they cried, why is this happening? I was sent here for God and for my king, so why am I punished like this? And it wasn't punishment, it was just people not being able to see the big picture, that we are all children of God. Doesn't matter from which country you come from, and they weren't really saving anyone. They were just trying to steal other people's resources. So but this person couldn't see it at this time. They just felt very, 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 very abandoned, and now they have toughened up, and they are this singular, it's only them that care for them in the whole wild world. And maybe that horse also, but I can't talk about that. Okay, Nine of Swords. Yes, it's there's a reason to why they are angry, because it's easier to be angry than to feel the pain. But they need to feel the pain to be able to go to the healing. We need to acknowledge the pain, stay with the pain, kind of be the ambulance to our own pain, be the doctor, the nurse to our own pain, being the parent to our own pain. And that is the way that we, with self-love, will heal, and we will get, we're both healed and we get the knowledge out of the situation. It doesn't trigger us anymore. So I could talk about dying horses all day without getting tears in my eyes, because then I would be healed. But as long as there's pain, as long as it's not healed, and there's still things to be lifted up to the surface with these issues, and we have millions of these things, and we come here to get these things, to get the knowledge. Sometimes the knowledge hurts, sometimes it's wonderful, but this happens to be a knowledge that hurts, but it doesn't make it less valuable. And this person trying to refuse to take it up, one man, one woman for themselves, you and the divine are the enemies. And if they look at you, they are almost like me looking at this vision with the heroic horse that gave their life, it's probably how they feel when they look at you. They feel so triggered, so they just decide, no, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to, it's your fault. So for some reason they are deciding it's your fault. I don't think it was, but it's just easier that way. It's easier to feel anger than it is to feel pain. Okay. And then we have the 9 of Cups. So I love you forever. But it's still 9, hermit crab. So hermit crab. They're trying to take care of their own feelings. So this is a good thing, you know. They're trying to take care of themselves. I guess this will lead to healing eventually, even if it takes a lot of more time than that it would take if they could open up about the pain to you or to anyone and talk about it and heal it. But this is a nice way too. It's a beautiful energy of I try to love myself. I try to take care of myself so I can survive this. Because, you know, this is a person that's deeply depressed and they probably don't even know why, because it happened so long ago. They have forgot about the trauma. They just have the memories in the form and shape of pain that comes maybe as soon as they are still, or, you know, leaning back, or feeling love for someone. Then it comes up. And here we have transformation. So it's the death card with the snake shedding its own skin. And I'm feeling you are this trigger for this, what is going on here. Fire, kundalini energy, evolution, spiritual energy. So it's healing, but it's also trial by fire. So the person needs to, yes, love themselves, but also be brave enough to face this pain, and that will cause their transformation or healing. And then we have a little Page of Pentacles. So they just want to tell you that their heart is so broken. It's in million small little pieces. They are trying to piece it together, but it's almost like if you ever have been in an accident, maybe when you were a child, you fell off your bike, you really hurt yourself. And you don't want anyone to touch you. You don't want anyone to touch you. You just want to, you know, try and see if you can breathe. Try and see if you can breathe. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. So this is the situation that this person is in. So they're badly injured. But if no one touches them, it's almost like they can find a little, like a bridge where they don't have to feel the immense pain. And they're just trying to survive this moment by moment by not being touched. Don't wake me, don't talk to me, don't trigger me in any kind of way. So I'm seeing this person working really hard on their own healing, and they're doing like a great job. But for you, 9 personally, 999, it feels like they have shunted you out. But I'm thinking it's just temporary. This person is going to come around. They are doing the right thing. It's just that it's in divine timing. Right now, this person feels a lot of pain. So don't wake me. I'm so empty. It's another song. I'll put it in the description box. Okay, so this is the most likely action that it will take when it comes to you. Knight of Cups, and it comes underneath 4 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. They recognize that you have been very good to them and that you have given them a lot of love. This Knight of Cups is actually Pisces, and they also realize that they have been very troublesome to hug or get close to. It's like with me and the horse, don't talk about it, don't deal with it. So you were ready here to come and deal with it with them so that they could open up to this pain, but they weren't able to, but they realized that you were there for them. So their action right now, or here, it's a little bit in the past, was that they acknowledged the good thing that you were trying to do. And they also acknowledged that they weren't ready to receive this, what you were trying to give them, because they were, oh, I'm too hurt, don't wake me, I'm so empty. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it comes underneath Justice, 10, 11, and the 9 of Swords. Their cruel reality, and this is what the divine is asking of them. You know, deal with your trauma, go to the darn gateway, you know, why stall? And they are like, I don't want to. It hurts too much. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to be in it. But it's the only way forward. And they realize it too. On some level, at least the spiritual level, they realize that they need to go back to where it all started, you know, with the cadaver here, what happened when I died. So it's like going to 9,000 deaths. When you die, you can't really digest the pain that you went through, because you often you come up to heaven and everything is nice and you're so overwhelmed with love and peace and joy and happiness, and then you're born into a little body of the baby and kaboom, there is all the pain, and people wonder why their babies are screaming, because then the pain is there again. When we go down in matter, it's all there waiting for us, but it's not as a tormented chamber. It's knowledge that wants to be found, because through pain we learn. A baby learns to not put their hand on the stove, it's hot, and we are here to discover universe. We're like scientists that's being thrown out here, but it's painful. Most of the experiments are being done on you. So being born again with all this undigested pain that's immediately coming to surface and want the attention. And some kids, they can be happy and blissful, but some kids are born really serious, and it's often because they have some fresh trauma that they haven't been able to deal with. Some spirits are not able to deal with their trauma at all, and sometimes they stay as ghosts, haunting a place, because they're just stuck in this energy forever. So they don't even get the vacation with going up temporary to heaven or to this other dimension of peace and love. They just stay in the trauma, and it's okay. The divine usually sends someone eventually, or the divine themselves open up gateways and say, hey, here is the light. But not all ghosts go, okay? They can stay. I have done this myself when I have died traumatically. I stayed in kind of an Iron Maiden. It's a sort of torture device, and I stayed in it for hundreds of years, maybe 1,000 years, and people were sent, spirit was sent, guides were sent, just as you are being sent now for this living ghost to deal with their pain. So it's just in different contexts, but it's the same story. So they are like a ghost here, wallowing on their pain, but there's a way out, and the divine is waiting here. You are waiting here with all these tools for how to move on, to move past this, to actually digest it. You don't have to have the same food in your stomach for thousands of years, you know, like a ghost just dwelling on the same knowledge or the same teaching. What's the typical trauma for a ghost? I didn't live as I wanted to. I didn't cherish the people that I loved. I was acting like an idiot. So I stay here and I lived it on again and again. The things that I did, how I came home drunk, how I did this, how I did that. It's sometimes necessary, but one day it won't be necessary anymore, and we realize, okay, so that shit happened. The 9 of Cups, that shit happened, and now I need to take care of myself. I can't dwell on this pain anymore. But we have the 7 of Swords here, so this is dwelling on pain. This person had, you know, like a little window here of self-love, but it's almost like they are not even worthy of that. So they're really like, anytime they come up with their little face above the water, they're being pulled down again by guilt. They should have done this, they shouldn't have done that, they didn't behave like this, they lost that. And it's And they might even do shitty things towards other people. This is their behavior towards you. So here they might lie about things because they want to share the pain. It's if I'm hurting, you are supposed to hurt too. So it's a lot of self-loathing here. And if you touch me, I will scream. Or if you come close to me, suit yourself, because I'm not in a good place. Is what this person is saying. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is the divine saying, well, this will heal step by step. It's no worry. 2,000 years from now, and this will be fine. If you can wait that long. And here we have the Devil. So it's not an easy thing. The divine says there are an easy way out. We can see this with the Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. But this person is very it's like they are preconditioned to choose the worst thing ever and stay like the ghost instead of, you know, even trying to take steps towards healing, because it's like they're not worth it. So the things that happen, it's not always, it's a trauma that has been done to them. Maybe they died there together with their horse, but I think the worst part happened when they died, and they were seeing their life from an above perspective, and they saw the mistakes that they did. First, when they died, they were angry on these people killing them, and on God, on church that sent them as a Knights Templar or crusader to this place. And so why did I have to die in this humiliating way, in this place far away from home, and with this horse that this person loved so much, and he couldn't protect it. It was also, you know, dying. And but then when this person died, he saw he was often a he, and might be a she in this life. Okay, it saw from an above perspective the bigger picture, not the biggest picture, not the divine picture, but a picture, kind of the picture that you might have now. That, okay, so we went to this country, we killed a lot of people and stole their resources. Of course, they would retaliate. Much like the Native Americans, and we have a lot of trauma there as well. With them being killed and people being killed by them. And we have in all these wars, these ancient wars, we have a lot of trauma like this. And then the person saw their own flaws, that they shouldn't have gone to this place in the first place, and particularly not with this sword. And that is where the person is stuck. Because they thought they did a good thing, and in reality they didn't. Okay, they did the worst thing ever from their point of view, the last thing that they wanted to do. And this is where they're stuck in this trauma. Not only that they got hurt over and over in many different lifetimes, but also the hurt that they gave in belief that they did a good thing. So the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and it's step by step. So the divine has a little bit humor here. So from their point of view, everything is teaching. So this is something good, you know. Yes, they realized, we shouldn't have gone on the crusades in the first place. So that could have been enough of teaching. But this person put so much of their own the image that they had on themselves. First, when they started to incarnate, they were here to save the world, and in the end they were part of the destruction of it, and that, you know, hurt this person or this soul to their core, because they had this self-image that they were a world savior, and in the end they weren't. And this is what this person can't deal with it. It's killing them. And we have this easy way where they just say, okay, so that happened. I didn't see. I thought I did the right thing, but I did the wrong thing. I will try better next time. That's the out. That's the thing that the divine offers. It's an out here. It's just, you know, admit that you are a beginner. Admit that you aren't, you didn't know everything. you weren't able to come and just save the world. Because this admitting to this, that we don't know everything, is kind of the key to learn more. If you think that you already know everything, that you're just here to, save the world, it's not going to really save it or give us what we want. We want to have full knowledge. So there's this easy way out. But this person decides, I'm still this very important figure, and I just did the wrong thing. I was like God, and I took the wrong choice, and people suffered for it. And that's where this person is stuck, because they can't realize that they are flawed, that they are flawed, they will make mistakes, and we are here to make mistakes. It's not in their world belief, okay? So we'll see what this person wants to tell you. So we have some cards here. For me, money is important. Yes, this can be often mirrored out in the world. If a person has a belief of themselves of being important, it needs to also show on the outside surface. And we can see it here, that this person, they need to get their importance from somewhere. If they are not this, a Sunday master coming down saving the world, at least they can be rich or, really good at a certain career. And this is all a lie. It's all them trying to show up a false face because they are trying to keep up the charade of them being this very, very important person. And I love you more than words can say. This we can see here is in this 10 of Cups. That's the foundation to it all. And you're worth loving, really, because you're this patient savior of theirs. You're here just offering your assistance if they would be ready to take it, and they realize this and they love you deeply for it. But unfortunately, where they are in their stage, so they can't really help but not being able to take the hand that's being stretched out. I don't think I ever truly knew you. This is kind of a defense mechanism. They refuse to really get to know you and talk the truth to you about here what you already know, both of you, why you're here, what you're supposed to do, because this person refused to really know themselves. They want to have just lived, with this self-image, and their self-image is getting a lot of bruises and thorns and swords cut into it, but they still hang on to it for sheer life, because this is the only thing. This is like a time where they felt bliss. They were on the top of the world and they had everything, and they never felt like they would ever be beaten down or have a trauma or anything bad would ever happen. They would just swing in and save the world, and then that didn't happen. So here they are, and it was much the same reason to why I stayed a ghost, because we had come to a certain degree of human development or development in the world where everything was in pure harmony, and then energies much like this came in and wrecked it all, and then I thought, we had it all, now it's gone, I don't want to try again. So it's much the same energy with this person. This person had it all and then went down to save others, so they also could have it all, but they got a little bit dirty while doing so, and they can't really wrap their soul around that. And I cry myself to sleep. That's probably not a mystery, because this person is deeply depressed, and it can't reach out to anyone else to comfort them. They're just staying in this stage all by themselves, tormented, and that's where they are. Is it likely that they will choose this shortcut and just admit defeat, that they are not, I don't feel good enough? So if they are going to feel good enough or being able to love themselves, what was almost happening here, is if they can allow themselves to make mistakes and not be perfect. But they try to live up to an image of being perfect. Now they're trying with money and career, or at least they think that they need to have it if they are going to be worth anything. And so they don't feel good enough. So therefore, they can't take this easy way out, you know, where you can breathe again and just take a big sigh and, okay, yes, I did a mistake, so I will do better next time. They can't just do it because, no, it's something profoundly, deeply wrong in their foundation. And that's probably, you know, God waved them off and said, yeah, go down, save the world, have a nice day. And didn't expect them to really succeed, expected them to end up exactly here. And that was the valuable thing of it all, because this person probably had, you know, a flawed self-image where they needed to be perfect. And God wanted to show, universe wanted to show them, you don't need to be perfect. So will they ever come to their senses? Well, they know as much as they need you in their life, but I don't know how much use they can be for you at this stage. You will have to comfort them while they cry themselves to sleep and being impossible, not taking any solutions that you give them. But can't you think like this? No, because, and can't you deal with this like this? No, it's hopeless, it's over. So it's not a very positive attitude from this person. But they have their problems. We have seen that. So they're probably entitled to you know, stay here and dwell. But what's the advice for you, how to handle this relationship? Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Well, your feelings are real, but are they really worth exploring? It's like you have a big baby around you that's, you know, you have given them all the opportunities to grow, to take a step out of their prison cage, and they are not taking it. So you're kind of advised to, you know, maybe take a step back. You can still be there kind of waiting for them in a spiritual sense, but with your life, it's probably like you would end up being the parent to this person, because they just love to dwell on being a martyr, because being a loser is better than this. So punishing themselves for what they couldn't help is easier than to realize that I'm not perfect. And this can take time, you know, with this person. So, but you do whatever you want with this advices in this reading. It's a beautiful soul here, and it probably needs, you know, saving. That's why we are here, to save each other and to grow as people. We're not here to desert each other, but don't desert yourself, believing that, oh, this is the romance of a lifetime and it's worth exploring, because this card came in the reverse for a reason. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I will soon send you over to my the sneak peek of my members only video. It's a Q&A chat that I have every Monday. People ask me questions and I answer them, and this will be a little sneak peek of that. But before it comes up, if you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get a heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. And if you have subscribed, you can also become a member to my channel and see those Q&As videos that I will show you now. So bye for the moment, and see you soon, and also in the next reading. Okay, bye-bye. Time of Yule. In the olden times, it wasn't just one day, as today we are celebrating Yule in Sweden on the 24th of December. Most of the rest of the world is celebrating on the 25th. It also has to do with old traditions, why it was the 24th for here up in the north. It has to do with how we counted time. We actually counted time. The new day started when the sun set in the evening. So for us, the 24th was actually the 25th at that time. So, but the real Yule is starting at midwinter solstice. It's the the time we should really start celebrating. And the time of Yule, it lasted for about a month.